Going to want to come in here and join us in the kitchen because their executive chef is here with us right now, and she is making our very own Adoption Ever After toast. Please welcome to our home, Caroline Smile.
Welcome, Caroline.
Thank you.
And you can't help but smile when you say your name.
It's true. I have a good one.
That's a lot of pressure to have a last name like that. Because if you're having a bad day, people say, Caroline, smile. Yep. Also joining us at the counter, our very good friend, Megan Good. We're so excited to have you, Megan. We're going to be speaking with you in just a little bit about your new movie, which is so cool. But you also have two kitties, don't you?
I do. Malcolm and Jackson. They are hairless cats. They're Sphinx.
Oh my God. Whoa, there they are.
They're my nuggets.
Oh my goodness. Adorable.
Thank you.
They're not easy to find either, though.
No, they're unique.
They're the sweetest cats, and they're really clumsy, too, because they have no whiskers. So it's sweet.
Well, let's talk about Catmosphere. Yes. What a really cool concept. So at the cafe, you serve sweet and savory, and today you're making us our very own special Adoption Ever After toast.
That's right.
Which is, you guys dig in.
Thank you so much for doing that, because together we feel like our mission at Catmosphere is very similar to that, and so much that we find forever homes for our friends, right?
Oh. Yes.
So this toast is a lovely, I'm calling it a fall bruschetta. It's a simple toast on our special bread that we have here with goat cheese, little grapes, and some candied walnuts that I've scented with some rosemary and also a little finish of balsamic drizzle.
And it begins with your balsamic glaze.
It does.
So the balsamic glaze is nothing more than just balsamic that's reduced down.
That's correct. It's so simple. You know, people buy it, but they can just make it. So here, if you take your pan and you pour the balsamic right into the pan, and then you turn it on here to a nice, I would say like a medium low. And you're just going to let that go, and it will reduce slowly over time, and you'll end up with this beautiful glaze, which is just
like
about
that.
2 to 3 tablespoons.
So 1 cup is going to really reduce down to 2
It does.
tablespoons.
So almost like a syrup, you know, that's the consistency you're looking
beautiful.
for.
It tastes so good. So while that reduces down, we are going to make our candied walnuts, which also are so delicious. And by the way, very expensive if you buy them, so you might as well make them yourself.
Yeah, you should make them yourself.
So what do we do?
Here, you just take your walnuts.
Okay.
You can add here, you just take your rosemary, you put your sugar in.
Just regular sugar.
A pinch of salt. And you can put just a little dash of pepper, that might be. And then all you do here is mix this up very simply. It's not an intense
So no wet
technique.
ingredients at all?
No, you don't need it, because the sugar will actually come together with the walnuts. Quite lovely, and just melt onto them. It looks like it won't now, but they'll get all sticky.
Could you use brown sugar if you wanted?
You could use brown sugar, but this will actually caramelize, so it'll be brown like what you're expecting, right?
Okay, so we pop that in for how long?
We put this in for about 10 minutes at 400.
Oh my gosh, look at that. I know, Cameron, you love this because it's right up your alley.
Listen, I don't even know what to say. There's so many like flavors and textures, and I wasn't sure how to eat it initially, but this is worth it. Oh man,
my gosh,
so good.
it's delicious.
Yeah, and they smell so good. Your kitchen at this
really
point
do.
is smelling really lovely with the balsamic and the fall flavors, right?
Now, I know that you also have a very special bread.
Yes.
Your
So
bread is specially made specifically for the cafe.
it is. OC Baking Company makes it for us. I had a bread in New York that I worked with for many years, and I asked him, which he knew of it, how to make it. So he did it for us. It's an Italian rustic loaf. So it's similar to what you're used, but they do make it special for us. So we put this here. We can make our toast, assemble it here. It's not too tough.
Now, Larissa, I know that the cafe is very special to you as a rescuer, and you actually went to Laguna and visited.
Yes, first of all, this toast is amazing. And now that I'm speaking, I have to put it down for a second. I don't want to, it's so good. I went down to Laguna, and I got to go to Catmosphere Cafe, and it was such a cool experience because, you know, we always say, adopt, adopt, adopt. A lot of people don't like going into shelters. It's a scary place. But Catmosphere takes the shelter to you. And here we are. This was me going in for the first time. They just opened.
Oh, that's
It's
so
this
cute.
beautiful, bright space full of cat toys and things that cats can climb on. And everybody gets to go in for an hour and hang with the cats. It's therapeutic. It's fun. They have toys there. So even if you can't take a cat home, you can go and hang out and just get the love that a cat can give you. And it was packed that day. And there are cats sleeping and playing. I mean, all of the above.
How many cats are in there at a time?
I forget exactly how many. I want to say probably about 10. And the cool thing is, if you look right there, there's another room that the cats can go to where the litter and all that is, so it doesn't smell. It's so clean, so impeccable, and it's awesome. And as we said earlier, almost, what was it, 7 cats have found homes.
In just 1 month.
That's
amazing.
It's so exciting.
That really
We're really
is.
happy about that.
It's great.
So we are building our toast now.
That's right. So you're just going to have a little fun here.
This is cream cheese?
This is goat cheese, so it gets a little tart, right? So this is a great fall flavor, you know. I was saying grape fall flavor earlier.
It's a great fall
Oh, I
flavor.
get that.
Sorry.
I get
Ready?
it.
Seriously, I mean, everything about this is making me extremely happy.
A bunch of different ones.
Good. Well, and it can be a whole meal, you know. A lot of people don't understand that.
You have a lot of different options here. You have this one with the strawberries and the...
That's our kid family friendly one. So we have Nutella and strawberries, but who doesn't love that? And then we have avocado with a little mango. That's our Laguna Breeze toast. Very popular.
And I know you've worked on 13 restaurants.
I have.
And you work predominantly with women.
I do.
Now tell us why that is so important to you.
Well, my passion is to help women and give them a foot forward. So I've grown up in this industry, and I try to leverage that lifetime of experience to build their success in. You know, a lot of them need that extra push to know if they're stepping into it for the first time. And I've seen so much that I just like to bring it
amazing.
Yeah, to give back, to pay it forward.
That's exactly
important. You're doing it with the cafe, with the Cat Cafe, and having women work for you solely. That's so nice. And you know what? I just want to say that this recipe is going to be on your menu through the end of the month to raise awareness.
We are going to do it, so please come in. Have some
Thank you so much. Do I cut it? Do I pick it up?
That's exactly,
and you can do both.
The dilemma, Deb.
It's hard. It is a big piece of toast, so I'm going to do a little cut here.
You guys dig in.